Hi, and welcome back to Wicked One Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who is spinning the block. This is somebody that has already come back around to you, but there was some issue, probably either related to their finances or whether or not they were single. Because we have the Nine of Earth or the Nine of Pentacles, somebody who has decided, okay, I need to come correct if I'm going to approach this person again. I can't keep coming back around and hoping things will go well if I haven't done the work. So take it how it resonates. This is somebody who's coming back around. This is at least the third time you have encountered this person. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there might have been some no contact. They came back. They were still having issues. Then they go no contact again. And now they're actually dealing with the things they needed to deal with. Money and or being interested in somebody else. Because they know if they come back around and they've addressed this, they have a much better chance of making something work with you. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Sorry, that wasn't a little bit. I hope you're having a great day. Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Lemonade. How's it going? I hope we're having a good day. Sorry, that really was a lot of wind chime time. It's okay. It's good stuff. If you would like a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below, wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. Hello, Bitchy Tata. How are we doing? Keep changing it. I like it. I will also, in short order, be announcing the membership option for my channel. So thank you so much for everybody who gave me feedback on that. Otherwise, let's dive in. We're going to start with the cats rule the earth. Y'all staying out of trouble for the weekend? Or are you like getting into it? More wind chimes. Hello, Misty. How are you doing? We've got the Devil, the King of Wands in the reverse, and the Six of Wands. Wow. Okay. For many of you, and the reason I chose the title I did, I do feel this is somebody who was struggling in terms of that committed element. Like, I really care about you or I like being around you. But when it comes time to talk about things getting serious, that's when I freak out. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I really like being my own person or really like not being committed, being able to flirt with other people. So super independent in terms of that. But there were some issues potentially with their job security or their living situation. It's just somebody who felt like that wasn't really what they were going to do. And now they've changed their mind. They've pivoted. There's some sort of different path that they've chosen because they want to be more successful when they come back around and see you. Hello, Daywalker. Hello, Laura. How are we doing? I'm committed to uncommitment. Six of Swords in the reverse, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, Nine of Swords. Things got bad. Things got toxic, or things were combative between the two of you because this person was not willing to invest, because this person was trying to keep it casual, right? So you said something that struck a nerve, and you may have felt like it was just a sentence, but it kind of shook this person up a bit. Because basically, I think what you said was, if it's always just going to be like this, then I don't think I'm going to keep trying. You don't want to go, in cycles with this person. You want to see that there's some element of progress. And if they were not offering or like prioritizing that, I think you told them, see you later or not. Adios. Hello, Carrie. Hello, Upper Echelon. How are you doing? Hello, Mystic Rose. How's your day going? What's up, White Rabbit? Peggy, how's your day going? Two of Wands in the reverse, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Four of Pentacles. For some of you, this is somebody that decided to distance themselves from you, but remain close with somebody who had lower standards or didn't mind if they were in like an open relationship or didn't really want that commitment. But they got burned by this person. I feel like whoever they were dealing with kind of taught them a lesson on why people actually do want to be in a committed relationship. They felt hurt because the person they chose after you or that they tried to date or did date, they gave them a taste of their own medicine. So I think we have somebody here, the King of Wands in the reverse, choosing to clear the roster or end a relationship that wasn't going anywhere. Realize that maybe it really is worth it to put in the work for you and that everything else seems to have just been kind of a distraction. Two of Wands in the reverse, it was the wrong choice. I feel like I shouldn't have gone that way. And I ended up dealing with the same energy that I gave you. Hello, Dwayne. How are you doing? I really can't disagree with you there. So we've got the Nine of Wands, Death, and the Five of Swords. Yeah, you really did do what you could to try to make this work. You, I think, went through a change of your own. And when you felt like you were just getting the same energy from this person and you pushed them away, that actually was a bold move, Cotton. Is that what it is? Because it actually called for them to look at themselves in the mirror and wonder, is this really what I want to do? I rejected this person who was good to me only to, deal with people that didn't really respect me. Oh gosh. All right, this is the signs of the times. Yeah, I mean, there are studies. So I love this because I would say this is probably my favorite card in the signs of the times. It says Cowrie Shell Abundance, number 25. And then we also have the Bees Community. I think there's somebody here who helps the King of Wands in the reverse. Someone that feels kind of like an unexpected friend. A person maybe casually or somebody that you've only met, twice in passing, but they give really good advice. I feel like this King of Wands in the reverse was discontent or frustrated with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse situation. Again, however that resonates for you. Difficulties with finances for some of you. For others of you, this is that energy of disloyalty. The I can't count on you, so, what are we doing here? Hello, Bethany. How are you doing? Oops. So, Tree, which is Ancestry, number 42, and Skull Endings. Interesting, because we also just had the Death card. I do think that we have a departure from somebody's normal business, normal way of doing things. They may have been taught to be a bit reserved or to avoid commitment from, someone in their family, Or we could have somebody in their family that's giving them advice that maybe it's time to grow up. Maybe it's time to change. Maybe you should do whatever you need to maintain that connection with that person that you love. We've got influence from third parties that is both positive and negative. And I think our King of Wands in the reverse is starting to appreciate that they have intuition for a reason. Oh God. Oh no. I knew it was going to happen. Are you okay, Mr. Ghosty Poo? He's okay, Peggy. Yeah. Hello, I am Clumsy Carmen. Oh my gosh. What's up, Midwest Galaxy? How are you doing? All right, this is the Pause Tarot. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Ton of Swords in the reverse. Don't know what you got till it's gone. And you made it seem like they weren't going to be able to come back around, or maybe they made it seem that way. But it did feel to them like, okay, well, I guess I can't really go back there. I can't really like make that happen, right? Womp womp. But the Ten of Swords in the reverse makes me feel like that loneliness was compounded, or the missing you, they might have underestimated it. And when other circumstances made them feel lonely as well, it was particularly heavy. So we have the Moon in the reverse and the Nine of Cups. So unless I have different intentions when I approach this person that I love, I won't get what I want. I have to find a way to be open and direct and honest with this person if I want things to work out. We do have 3 nines at this point. 4, actually. I forgot we had the 9 of Pentacles at the beginning. So that actually means we have all the 9s. 9 of Pentacles, technically 9 of Earth, 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. So number 9 is important. Two of Pentacles and Temperance. This is somebody getting their money in order, or somebody who is addressing the fact that they've had third parties, or, you know, like a roster that donates a lot of toxic, or, you know, a lot of drama their way. What do I have to do to clean up shop? What do I have to do to have a better situation here so that I can approach the person I love in a way that's more indicative of somebody who's healed and wants something serious? Hey, Pharaoh, how are you doing? See, the thing is I'd have to be wearing the high heels first. I have broken my ankle while wearing 4-inch heels for a Halloween costume because I was playing, what is that game? What's that game where you have the cups, ping pong ball, beer in the cups? I haven't played it in forever. I guess I just like don't need it. Yeah, no, I fell in those 4-inch heels and broke my ankle. So I kind of learned my lesson on that one, you guys. Yeah, no, I kind of just like a tomboy now. So we've got the Empress in the reverse, the Hermit in the reverse. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Whoever resonates with the King of Wands in the reverse, You are coming through as the King of Wands in the upright. This is the first step to saying, that's not who I want to be anymore. I'm going to change things. Beer pong, thank you. Yeah. They're changing things. But what has been preventing this change? Empress in the reverse, Hermit in the reverse. Individuals that give bad advice, individuals that did not lead by example, people who were manipulative or liked to gaslight. The King of Wands had to let go of or stop being influenced by people who view the world in a very narrow-minded way. Had to say, you know what? I reject that perspective. It's not mine. With the Eight of Wands in the reverse, it looks to me like we've got people in the King of Wands life that told them, you really shouldn't go for this person. I know you think they're great and everything, but like, come on, it's not going to work out for you. So there could be some kind of like talking down to this King of Wands, like you don't deserve that, or that person would never like put up with your crap for that long. It is very like condescending. But I also think that this advice is coming from very unhappy people. So the King of Wands is asking themselves, why am I relying on advice on how to be happy from people who seem to be determined to not enjoy their life? You know? Good Lord, White Rabbit, that sounds terrifying. Hello, Ground Zero. How are you doing? We have the Fool in the reverse and the Tower. It's time for a change. I love that the Tower is clarifying the Temperance card. I know it's going to cause some disruption. I know it's like different from what I have been doing, but I think it's the right time. But I think it's the right choice, right? All right, this is the Fairy Godmother Oracle. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. Hello, Danny. How's it going? Yeah, I think it's better when you're drunk because then you're just kind of like, oh, well. You're not thinking about how you could like seriously injure yourself. Magic and wisdom. I love that magic is coming out for us because obviously we've got the King of Wands, right? It's like the King of Wands was in the reverse at the beginning because they lost their magic. They lost that sense of like capability, like confidence. I can do stuff. Probably because we have these negative folks giving advice or kind of like being condescending towards this King of Wands. But they're in the upright now because they do remember that they are magical. They don't want to let this, it could be one person, it could be multiple people. We did have the community card come out. We also had the family card come out. So for many of you, these are parents or grandparents or siblings, right? But everyone at some point in their life hits a moment where they realize, I can't just rely on everything that my parents say as like gospel. It's just, you're a human and you're fallible just like everybody else. You might want to kind of like tailor the story to how you want it to be. The King of Wands is realizing they have a source of their own wisdom. They don't need to be relying on the Empress and the Hermit in the reverse. Hello, Speeding Disposition. How are you? That was tough for me. Sorry. Could you get an easier name for me, please? All right, let's see. This is the Gypsy Oracle. Yeah, that happens. Poor guys. What else do we have? Sorrow. Haughtiness in the reverse and wedding in the reverse. Yeah, there's definitely someone missing their love and trust, but it's not normally it's quite easy to say that we have somebody who needs to go through an ego death in order to get ready to be in an actual relationship that's healthy. We do have wedding in the reverse. They've had this aversion to committed relationships, but with haughtiness in the reverse, I do feel like this is saying it might be a question of whether or not this person believes that they deserve to be loved, which kind of breaks my heart. If I could wave a wand and make everyone believe that they deserve love, I would do it in an instant. That's what a lot of people need to be working through, right? So you deserve to be loved. You deserve to be treated with respect. You don't deserve to be talked down to by people who are unhappy. Misery loves company. Don't fall for it. So we've got young woman. That's fun. It's almost like I'm a juggler. And message. There's a communication here or a conversation that happens because this King of Wands is realizing they can't let these negative energies control the direction of their life. And I do think this has to do with fear, possibly courage, confidence. We've got consolation in the reverse. I think this person needs a hug. They've been surrounded by people who don't really lift them up. People who are maybe fake. I was like, what did I just run into? I forgot I knocked this off the bookshelf. All right. Let's get a few from The Voyage of the Soul. What else do we have? I know. Emotions, water, cry, purge, balancing, and releasing. So that could be a big part of that 9 of Pentacles or like independence, right? Listening to your intuition, letting go of the need to live your life according to somebody else's plans. For some of you, we've got an issue in terms of how the King of Wands views sexuality and how the Empress in the reverse or the Hermit in the reverse views it. So we could have obviously a variety of ways for that to materialize in your situation. This could be somebody who doesn't approve of living with someone before you're married, doesn't approve of same-sex relationships, doesn't approve of age gap relationships. Maybe you were somebody's boss and that's why they can't be with you. There's definitely something here where people are like, I don't know if that's a good idea. And so the King of Wands feeling a bit judged is, I think, getting some information through dreams or maybe it's through music. Hello, Carolyn. How are you doing? Hello, Rachel. How's your day going? We've got indulge. Laughter, pleasure, bliss, vacation, escape, and rebel. Serenity, ease, tranquility, peace, drift, and silence. And sword, pierce, cutting, truth, sting, and boundaries. This kind of feels to me like we've got somebody who has to walk away from a community of people that might be a bit negative and may have made this King of Wands feel like they were less than magical. If I wanted to be all Harry Potter with it, this is like, living among people who don't believe in magic, and then finally going to a place where people do believe in magic. Because this is somebody appreciating that things are not the, black and white that the Hermit in the reverse and the Empress in the reverse say it is. So if this is wrong and I've lived my life based on how these two taught me, then I have to rewrite all of that. I have to rediscover what's really going on. Ooh, let's actually get some tarot, shall we? All right, this is the noisy tarot. What else do we have? King of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands in the reverse. We could have some moneyed interests here. What do I mean by that? We could have some sort of leverage that the Empress in the reverse and the Hermit in the reverse has or had over the King of Wands. But if it's something like, well, if you stay here with us, we'll give you discounted rent, or, we'll let you eat whatever we cook, swim in our pool. Whatever the advantage was to being close to the negative people in the King of Wands life, they're starting to realize that ain't shit. I was trying to think of another way to say it. That's pretty much it. It's not worth it. I don't want to live day in, day out around people who consistently reinforce the idea that life is awful and make me doubt the magic that I possess. If it's a little bit more difficult, so be